Welcome to the Wall Street for Main Street YouTube channel. My name is Jason Burak, and this is my background. I read my first investment book in 2007 before I started law school, The Little Blue Book That Beats the Market by famous value investor Joel Greenblatt. Got me very interested, and I started learning a lot more. No business or economics background prior to that. I did take a couple business classes in undergraduate and college, but I graduated Virginia Tech with history and political science double majors. As I was learning more and more investment books, as I was learning that way and working in the financial industry, I did drop out of MBA program. I'm also a law school dropout. Since the 2008 financial crisis, I've read over 500 books on business, entrepreneurship, investing, Austrian school economics, and related topics. I've studied the investing methodologies of many successful investors to challenge my ideas and to continue learning. I think, learning's a process. Even though I've read a lot more than most other people, that doesn't mean I think I know everything. I think there's always something new to learn. And especially in this environment that we're in where, central bankers and politicians and economic and political elites can constantly change the rules. I was a stockbroker during the 2008 financial crisis, and I wanted answers to what was happening, and I didn't trust what the talking heads from Wall Street, from the mainstream financial media were saying on business TV about why the housing bubble occurred. That's really what drove me to start doing my channel, learning more, etc. I was also an investment analyst at Investing Daily. Their parent company was Capital Information Group, where I did background research on stocks for the different paid newsletter writers' portfolios. And I also worked hard there to earn a promotion in less than 6 months to writing one of their highest selling paid newsletter products. I was the co-writer of one of their highest selling products, MLP Profits, from years ago. So that was in the oil and energy industry. I worked with Robert Rapier briefly as well. Through my Wall Street for Main Street podcast, I've interviewed hundreds of different experts on many different topics about investing in the economy, including hedge fund managers and other types of money managers, paid investment newsletter writers, investment analysts, authors of investing books, and successful investors who became rich by successfully investing their own money. Ultimately, it's kind of easier to manage other people's money, and so I respect the people who put their money where their mouth is. I've done paid consulting work for different groups of people, including regular people on Main Street looking to learn how to invest, people who made money in another business looking for additional financial education to help them learn how to invest in other asset classes successfully, and even some high net worth clients who are worth millions of dollars. What topics do we cover here on this channel? The goal is to help people on Main Street improve their investor education, financial education, and financial IQ so that they can learn to invest like a professional investor and not lose massive amounts of money. The goal is to help people improve their investing so they can become rich, can pursue their true passions in life, and not have to work a job they hate just to survive. Wall Street for Main Street hopes to continue to improve and to keep covering many different topics about investing in the economy, offering listeners some of the most unique financial content on the planet, including topics like Austrian school economics, value investing, energy investing, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, precious metals, commodities, personal finance, and topics that can improve your financial education. So basically, if there's, a new industry like the marijuana industry, we're going to try to cover these things. I've covered a little bit in the past. We're going to keep trying to add new things. And there's a lot of investing in financial topics that interest me. I have over 10,000 hours of study in finance, so I'm continuing to pursue mastery, and I like learning new things. Wall Street for Main Street has been covering Bitcoin for over 5 years when many people hated it and didn't know what it was. That's despite a lot of these trolls that are trolling me on Twitter and other social media, telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. You can go back and check the archives and look at past investing videos. I've been interviewing Trace Meyer 4 or 5 years ago and other Bitcoin experts for years now. I've interviewed most of the well-known Bitcoin experts now. I am looking for new business partners or partners and guest hosts now to contribute content on my channel. If you're familiar with my channel, if you're a longtime listener, you've listened to interviews with Mo. Mo is no longer affiliated with the company effective April 2017. It didn't work out. I don't want to go into too many more details. He's a good person. He just didn't want to do what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. Let's just put it that way. And so we moved on. I'm looking for talented, hardworking, honest business partner or partners who have capital or can raise capital. Not really in a hurry to add anyone immediately to my limited liability company. I could change it to an S Corp or C Corp if I have multiple investors that are worthy of adding. but I'm going to be selective. So I'm not in a hurry to add new business partners. I would have to get to know you. I'd have to trust you. Might even have to run background check, credit check, and hire a private investigator on you at this point. Anyways, I am looking, though, for talented, undiscovered guest hosts for my channel who can interview experts or make interesting short videos and create unique content. This could lead to future business partnerships. So if you're a guest host on and adding unique value and content, getting a lot of views on my channel, I'm open to partnerships, potentially maybe adding you as a business partner or some other type of thing. Maybe the win-win scenario would be if you have a product or service, maybe a paid investing newsletter that's not selling as well, my platform can help. Maybe we can arrange an affiliate deal. So I'm looking for win-win scenarios that would benefit me, my listeners, and also the person who's potentially providing content. And I'm also looking for quality advertisers with high quality products and services to advertise on the podcast outside of Google AdWords revenues, because God knows that YouTube and Google are screwing channels like mine over. They're very political. The people at the top of these big tech monopolies and cartels like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Google, and they're targeting libertarians, they're targeting people who are pro-Trump, and they're targeting Republicans and regular Republicans and conservatives. They pretty much just lumped us all together, and they've been trying to basically destroy us financially. One of my major goals, and I've been working on this for a couple years now, while I was learning all these, reading through all the hundreds of investing books, reading thousands of investing articles, listening to other people's podcasts, I decided that's a pretty inefficient way. The average person is not going to want to put in the time commitment, or either doesn't have the time or is not going to want to do it. So I've come up with a more efficient way to learn to give yourself a complete business education, a financial education, and I have a full business plan for what I think is a revolutionary educational technology company involving virtual classrooms with classes taught by experts for many different financial topics. And there's a large social media component as well. I'm not going to give away the whole business plan right now. Doug Casey, Eric Sprott, and Nolan Watson have helped provide constructive criticism and feedback to help me improve my business plan and slide deck for potential investors. I am looking for angel investors, and I'm willing to give up equity. I'm not willing to do that immediately, so I need to get to know you. But, it's a dream of mine to be a successful entrepreneur. And, I think from the feedback I've heard, this plan is very good. I almost got this plan funded by Casey Research in 2015. It just didn't work out then, but there was months of negotiations, conference calls, talking with their CEO, and the partners at Casey Research before Stansberry bought them even voted on funding my company, the educational technology company. So it almost got done in 2015. Hopefully it'll get done in the near future. Although right now it's just me. If I had a competent business partner or two, it would really, really help accelerate things. Hedge fund. I've also, since I started learning about investing and studying the great investors, I've wanted to be a successful, big shot professional money manager, hedge fund manager. I would like to start working for either start my own hedge fund or work for a hedge fund as a hedge fund analyst or a portfolio manager. I have a very diverse financial background compared to most people in the financial industry. In fact, when I was speaking with a hedge fund recruiter a month or two ago, the guy basically told me since I don't have a business degree or an MBA from the right handful of business schools, and I haven't worked at the right couple of investment banks, he was like, the odds of me actually like being successful and getting to work at a hedge fund or starting my own are very low. But screw that guy. I'm gonna beat the odds. I can think independently and creatively outside the box to come up with new ideas or solve problems, and I have a very extensive research background. Given my history background and political science background combined with the Austrian School of Economics, the entrepreneurship books I've read, and all the different investing books that I've read, I've studied so many different investing methodologies of many successful professional investors. So I don't think I have groupthink or confirmation bias like many other people. I tend to look at problems or ideas from multiple angles, from different perspectives. And I have a track record of picking out many winning stocks in different industries since the 2008 financial crisis, whether that was as a newsletter article writer at Investing Daily or also for my consulting clients, and also writing articles in the past on Seeking Alpha and commenting and speaking with people on Seeking Alpha and helping them make winning investments and trades on stocks in different industries. If you really like my channel, I know I already have a good amount. I think there's about 60 Patreon contributors. There's a really large audience of loyal Wall Street for Main Street podcast listeners. When I'm making this video, we have almost 3.2 million views. We're growing pretty quickly despite YouTube censorship. and almost 20,000 subscribers, so pretty good. It should be a lot larger than that if there wasn't YouTube censorship. We would probably be over 30 or 40,000 subscribers and almost 5 million views at this point. But if you're interested in making a one-time donation, you can do so through the Wall Street for Main Street website via PayPal, Gold Money, or Coinbase. I also have the Patreon account with 60 Patreon contributors, so thank you guys very much who can contribute monthly to help me grow the channel and keep improving the quality of the content. So I really appreciate everything you guys have done so far. And if you want to contact me, you can do so at Wall Street for Main Street at Gmail. So if you're interested in any of the opportunities, either advertising, referral for a potential business partner, someone who would be interested who thinks like me or would work well with me, you can email me, wallstreetformainstreet at Gmail. And so this is the main Wall Street for Main Street website here, wallstreetformainstreet.com. Make sure you guys are on my email address list because there's a possibility that my content will start to move off of YouTube. I will start to move more of my content off of YouTube because, who knows, YouTube could eventually just shut down my channel. It's already not growing nearly the amount it was even 18 months ago. 18 months ago, I was growing at 250,000 views per month. I was adding almost 1,000 new subscribers a month. And all those metrics, those analytics are down almost 90% from those peak levels. Make sure if you're not on my email address list, you can just sign up here. It's really easy. And this is my YouTube channel. So if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, almost 20,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So thanks you guys. And we're just going to keep making thought-provoking content. And it's going to be challenging to people in the precious metals community. It's going to be challenging to the people in the mainstream financial media. It's going to be challenging to the people in the alt media. We're just going to do the best to present reality as we see it, based on these constantly changing rules from the economic and political elites in power. We're really an unprecedented territory in terms of history, what the central banks have done, asset prices, etc. It's almost, guys, as if the 2008 financial crisis never even happened. Wall Street for Main Street needs your help. Since the middle of 2016, YouTube continues to increasingly censor and sabotage the growth and success of my channel with dramatically slower or no subscriber growth, a huge decrease in views per month compared to 2016, and well over $10,000 lost in Google AdSense revenues the last 18 months. I should have been way over 20,000 subscribers and way over 3 million views last year, but it feels like I am Sisyphus trying to roll a heavier boulder with more and more additional weight up a steeper and steeper hill. In the last few weeks, all of my videos have been set to demonetization by default, and I have to manually protest each video. This is in addition to even lower than usual Google AdSense revenues after the adpocalypse started over a year ago for me. This has also affected my ability to get paid advertisers to agree to deals not involving YouTube, as I lost $3,000 per month in paid advertising deals at the end of June 2017 because all my analytics are down a lot thanks to YouTube censorship algorithms that have intentionally kneecapped the growth of my channel. With YouTube/Google/Alphabet /Don't Be Evil strongly considering demonetizing or setting all libertarian, conservative, or pro-Trump content to private to prevent any sharing or monetization, it is imperative I have a contingency plan to figure out how to make a living off my content. Each 30 to 40 minute video takes a few hours of my time before it's released to the public. There's a strong possibility that in the near future, YouTube will force me to move all or almost all my content to a new video upload website that allows free speech or behind a paywall on my own website. Thanks if you have already made a one-time or recurring monthly donation, and thanks in advance for any future donations as I decide the future of my channel and what to do with my content going forward. We accept one-time donations on the Wall Street for Main Street website via PayPal, Bitcoin, or Gold Money. You can also become a monthly Patreon contributor for $1 or more a month if you want to help me out. And don't forget to like each video on YouTube and share it with your friends and family if you think they would like the content.